Please do look at this sentence. This is problem number 7. Here, myself is Gulshan from Kashmir. This is the problem, or this is the sentence. We need to correct this sentence. There is an error. I have encircled this. There is a word myself. The sentence begins with myself. Unless there is any error, it would not have been given. There is a problem with this sentence. What could be the problem? Why should we not consider this sentence to be an apt one or a correct one? We have some theory behind this. There are some facts. What are they? Let's take a look at this. Myself is a reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronouns are actually made with self. SELF, self. When you use self, it is for singulars. Singular means only one person. And SELVES, some extra information, okay, about reflexive pronouns, some extra information. When you use SELVES, you will use this for plurals, in order to make plurals. For instance, if you look at I, from I, we can make myself. What is the next? Probably, let us take they. I am not going in the order, but I just would like to show you singulars and plurals here. I just take they, since it is not one person, it's more than that. So I would use selves. How? They, them, 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 SELVES, selves. So you can find the difference between self and selves. Most of the times, the students and the English learners who speak in English at times would wrongly pronounce these words. How do they do it? And what should they not do? I will tell you now. Let's take a look at the word he. It's a singular one, only one person, he, masculine gender. It's a pronoun. Now we can probably make himself. You can find self here. Similarly, she. We can make, can you guess how the word is going to be? Correct. Herself. And I would take neuter gender here. It's it. Can you guess? It's itself. 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 You can also find self here. And let's take, I'm not going in order. Don't expect that. Why sir has not been writing the words in order? Because we have been taught first person pronouns, second person pronouns, third person pronouns. In the first person pronouns category, we have two subjects, I and we. In the second person category, only one, you. And third person, he, she, it, and they. This is the song that we sing always. But I just give you the list here, and this you just identify the variation here. I would get back to this theory later. And we can make OURSELVES. It will become ourselves. I will talk about the pronunciation later. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more is left. Can you guess what the word is? Obviously, you. I would write YOUR, yourself. This is possible. And YOURSELVES. This is also possible. Selves, self. Can you guess why I have written these two words? Since you is the only pronoun which could be used either to indicate singular, one person, it could also be used for plural, more than one. Do you understand this point? That's why we have to use for singular yourself, for plurals yourselves. This is a common point. This is a basic point fundamentally. Please do understand. Now I would like to just talk about the pronunciation. So myself, themselves. It is not self, themself. It is themselves. Themselves. Can you repeat after me? Themselves. And this is himself, herself, itself, ourselves. This is the basic variety of speaking. But at an advanced level, when people are very good at speaking in English, when they don't find any difficulty, they naturally say ourselves. Like, maybe you can just pronounce this word alphabet R. Maybe you can CELL, cells. If you pronounce, if you just read it, how would you read? This is the way that they speak. R, just R. They don't even say our. They don't even say our. They don't take pain. Ourselves, ourselves, ourselves. This is how it can be pronounced. And yourself. Similarly, this CLVES is pronounced cells. Just remember this word. Yourselves, yourselves. But many a time we come across people say, for this particularly, instead of saying themselves, they would use the word their, THEIR, their self. I have seen in many classes while students were speaking in the previous classes, their self. This is a very big mistake. Do not ever do it. Their self is not there. It's only themselves. Remember the spelling and speak properly. Their self is wrong. Okay. So now we have, with the help of reflexive pronouns. What reflexive pronouns? And another point in grammar is reflexive pronouns do look like, even these words can also be called, do you know, they have another name in English. They have this name also. Remember this, you can write EMPHATIC. What do you call? How do you pronounce this? Emphatic pronouns. PRONOUNS. Emphatic pronouns, friends. So we have got this point also. The words that come with SELF or SELVS can also be called emphatic pronouns. And they are basically reflexive pronouns. Why are they called emphatic pronouns? Why are they called reflexive pronouns? That is not the major point under the discussion today. I would explain you the difference between emphatic pronouns and reflexive pronouns if possible during your leisure time. Please refer to these two words, Google them. You would identify the theory and best examples, write them down in your book. That would help you boost your English knowledge. Good. Now, myself is Gulshan from Kashmir. Here, there is a point, we should not use myself. That is the discussion here. Then how can we make a very beautiful and appropriate sentence? There is a second point. It can't be used as the subject of a sentence. What is the subject? This is the subject position because there is a verb, finite verb. So it cannot be used as the subject of a sentence. Then what should be used in the place of this myself? They are used only when subject, S stands for subject and object. They are used only when subject and object refer to the same person. When subject and object refer to the same person. That is the only possibility, but we cannot use this self-related word which we probably call under grammar terminology myself. It cannot be used here. Then how can we make from myself? Where has this come from? Myself, it has come from I. Maybe I would write here. In the place of myself, I write I. And can we coordinate I with is? Is it possible? It is not possible. In the present context, we have no space to write. Maybe I would write here. I always takes am. We are in the present tense context. You are. He is. She is. It is. They are. So now it is very interesting to say when we choose I, the verb is going to be am. Then is also not used for I. Same sentence, Gulshan from Kashmir. I am Gulshan from Kashmir. This is the sentence and the way to bring changes in the sentence. In the example, maybe you might have found this I am has been given as I'm. What is this called? This tradition actually is called contraction. CONTRACTION, contraction. We have contractions in English. This is the formal variety. When we speak in English, we use contractions. I am, I'm, we are, and you are, he's, she's, it's, they are. Like this, we can contract. It is for the necessity and the requirement that we may probably have to communicate while we speak in English. Now we have been able to dissect and identify the appropriate sentence from myself is Gulshan from Kashmir to I am Gulshan from Kashmir.